8-1. The Houston Astros combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the Red Sox on the road.
Baseball from MLB Network. We're live at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today, the finale of this quick 2-game series between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. It's Interleague Baseball on MLB Network. David Wells will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one. And if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today. Kenny
Lofton is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
Hey, Dan, first game was a blowout right there. Let's see if they can get the 2-game sweep. Not always easy, but when it's not 3 or 4 games, maybe we could scratch this one out.
Yeah, especially when you won as big as they won the first one in this one, D-Row. As soon as that first game is over, you're thinking, hey, we got really a big chance to sweep here, particularly when it's only a 2-game series.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kenny Lofton. Our temperature at first pitch and even 70 degrees here this afternoon. This pitch is popped up. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Batting second.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately from top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice, pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind them.
And there's ball 1. Tough to get fooled any worse than that. He's in a hole now, 1-2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
That brings up Prince Fielder, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well, even though these 2 teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Down in order go the Mets. Nothing in the Mets half of the first. The Yankees' first set of swings coming up. Crosstown action on MLB Network. Joey Lucchesi gets the starting nod for the Mets. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Boy, talk about a guy that's hard to score off of. Last 3 starts, an ERA of under 1. So if you think you're going to score a lot of runs off this guy, you better get him early, because once he settles in, he's awfully tough. And Matty V, this is one of the top pitchers in the sport right now.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, they suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
At the plate, Bernie Williams, as the first pitch to him, runs a bit inside for ball 1. 264 is average entering play, 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. Now it's 2-0. Lucchesi has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. His confidence is soaring right now. A 4-for-4 performance in his last game. He's swinging the bat really well. He just looks real comfortable at the plate. I don't know if you even want to throw to him right now if you're the opposing team.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
And this will be fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. So now into the box is George Foster. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Bryce Harper comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Popped him up. Posada has a play. 2 gone.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Francisco.
So next to hit is Francisco Lindor. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey.
The windup and the 0-1. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Here comes Tino Martinez. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200.
Tino.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope. Outside.
The 1-0. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, Debo. He's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
In there, a base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are two aboard now.
Hey, two runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Into the box, Cecil Fielder. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Three and 0 now.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for...
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. The 1-1 is laid off for ball two. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded. So that brings up the Hall of Famer Alan Trammell, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Martinez at third, Canseco on second, Fielder at first, one gone. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Well, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with two runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
And that's in there, base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And they'll put the brakes on the runner at third, so the bases will remain loaded here with still only one away.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much. Able to quiet the moment down.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Going back is the center fielder. It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Derek Jeter.
So now to the plate, Derek Jeter. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
3-1 to him now. Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Next to dig in, Bernie Williams grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Three and 1.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll beat an early retreat here this afternoon, as he could never really get into the flow of the ball game. Marcus Stroman is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway. Standing in now, Paul O'Neill, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone, but they managed to bat around as 9. J.D. Davis the next to bat. And D-Row down 6 already in the early part of this ball game. What's the mentality for them as they try to work their way back?
You know what, Matty? This is where you take some prideful ABs. I've been down 6 before, and I've come back from even further down than that in some big ball games. You have to find a way to just relax and start piecing some good ABs back to back.
Canseco is there, and he has it for the out. So 1 gone now as you get a look there at where the Yankees stand currently in the American League East. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
2-0 count, the pitch. The bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
James McCann is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Well-located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Changed up on him, and he gets the inside corner for strike 2.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. They still find themselves down 6-0. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal now.
All right, thanks, Heidi. First offering on its way. Tino Martinez is in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. 2-0.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Hard hit toward the hole. And this will get through into left for a leadoff hit.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
Into the box now, Jose Canseco, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Pulled hard down the line in left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Now a long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
To the plate now, Cecil Fielder, as he'll take a look at ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Count even now at 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Left side, Davis has got it. And a good throw gets him one gone.
The batter, the second baseman, Alfonso Soriano.
Ready now is Alfonso Soriano. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runner still at 2nd and 3rd with 1 away now. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. 3-0 now.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
A 3-0. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 3-1. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. A leap at the wall, but forget it. It's gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. 7 home runs for him on the year now as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, this is what makes this guy so hard to pitch to. He has that rare combination of speed and power. You don't want to walk him and have him get on first base. So what happens, you throw him a strike, and he can hit the ball out of the ballpark like he did just there.
Now batting.
At the plate now, Alan Trammell. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Harper will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning.
Now batting. The catcher, Jorge Posada.
Next for New York, Jorge Posada. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First offering on its way. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Derek Jeter is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Hey, this is one of those tough outings as a reliever. You just have to keep throwing strikes and believe sooner or later this inning's going to turn around.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. 3-1 the count now. 3 runs already home here. And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Skied into straightaway right. And he will make the catch just shy of the track, and the inning is over. Another look at the big blow for the Bombers. A 3-run home run. We're through 3 in the Bronx. It is now 9-0. Stepping in once again is Kenny Lofton back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Skied down the left field line. Canseco has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Next up from New York, Barry Larkin looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And this is taken outside for ball 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Ball two.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher, you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
At the plate, Prince Fielder. He grounds it sharply to third. Trammell brings it in. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 9-0. So here is Bernie Williams. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Slap hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
I'm shocked this pitcher keeps trying to attack the zone with them being so aggressive early in the count. You wonder if he wouldn't be served a little better, just kind of nibbling for a little bit early and then pounding the zone late.
Paul O'Neill is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And ShowTrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by. In now, Tino Martinez, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. The 1-0.
That's a ball.
Listen, I'm biased to the hitters. This is a situation where you got to be aggressive. He's shaky right now. 2 men on, and now you got a 2-0 count. This is where you want to capitalize.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And the second run will score as well.
Now batting, left fielder, Jose Canseco.
Robert Gesellman gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. So now to the plate, Jose Canseco, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Gesellman playing here in his age 29 season. He was a 13th round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him. Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Reined in to second for 1. On to first. So he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. Not what he had in mind before the day started.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Nope.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Now the 2-1 misses down below the knees. Alfonso Soriano would be next. The 3-1 popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 4 full. The Yankees lead it 11-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. George Foster is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Hey.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. In the air, down the line in left. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Another one sent foul.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Into the box, Bryce Harper. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Called strike, 0-2. Got him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. Canseco will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. They trail in this one 11-0. So stepping in is Alfonso Soriano as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Alfonso.
As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he triples up on it right here. He's got back-to-back out-in-front swings on this guy. Let's see if he bounces one right in front of the plate.
1-2.
Too high. 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
From the stretch, Alan Trammell is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-0. A ball and a strike now. Hit back up the middle. And that's the second out.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in now for the Yankees. Jorge Posada singled in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
The 1-0.
Nope, that's a ball.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
2-0 count. The pitch down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
3-0 pitch. Hit in the air down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Derek Jeter.
Into the box now, Derek Jeter, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
He's got it. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran 3rd baseman, J.D. Davis, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Yeah, he's got these hitters in the proverbial rocking chair right here, pushing the throttle and pulling it. Nice change of speeds.
Here comes another 0-2. A swing and a ground ball to 3rd. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Jeff McNeil will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
0-2 count, and the pitch lifted the other way to left center. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
The catcher, number 33.
Next to hit, James McCann struck out in his first at-bat. As a look, now the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll 2.
This is hit high in the air out to left field. Canseco is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kenny Lofton.
Up next, Kenny Lofton. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. They trail in this one 11-0. And stepping in, Bernie Williams. Lifetime matchup numbers with Gesellman. Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
He's gotten a favorable call or two at the plate in this at bat, so that take on 2-0 is probably a result of feeling like the umpires got a pretty tight zone. Didn't go his way that time, though.
All even now, 2-2. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Three and 2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Count remains full. The next 3-2. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
So the next to bat will be Paul O'Neill. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch outside the throw. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Chopped weakly to the left. Williams leads off second with nobody out. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Gone! So it's a two-run shot to right center. Home run number 5 on the year as the blowout continues. Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
Standing in now, Tino Martinez. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And he got him. Next, Darryl Strawberry will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Number 18, Darryl Strawberry.
First pitch of the AB on its way. 1 out, nobody on. Drilled to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Cecil Fielder is at the plate as he watches ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. 2-0 now.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
2-2 now.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
He stays alive, still 2-2. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run home run. The 2-3-4 hitters now to start the seventh. The Yankees lead it 13-0. Darryl Strawberry takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning.
Now playing left field, number 18.
New inning set to get underway, and digging in is the veteran DH, Barry Larkin. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top-notch. This guy's a horse.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Williams is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Prince.
Next for the Mets, Prince Fielder. He bounced out last time up. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. In there, 0-1.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
The windup and the 0-1. Here's a pop-up now. Jeter over to his right. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, George Foster.
Next, it'll be George Foster. No hits to this point. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, he couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in these ABs. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced so far.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and batting next will be Alfonso Soriano.
The second baseman, Alfonso.
He's set. Here it comes. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Ball. 1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into right field. That's a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese, middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Alan Trammell.
Stepping in now, Alan Trammell, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. And it's 1-2.
When you're hitting at the bottom of the order, you better be keyhole in the middle of the plate. You cannot allow pitches like that to go by.
Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Jacob Barnes comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. At the plate, Jorge Posada. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Foster's got it, and that's the first out of the inning. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
But the runner's back easily. First pitch of the AB on its way. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
And he misses with it, 1-1. All over that one, but a little out in front, foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Three and 2 now. Chopped weakly up the first base line. The next 3-2. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Now batting, center
now
fielder,
into the box, Bernie Williams. He
Williams.
has no prior history against this pitcher. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And that ball is out of here. It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Yeah, hey, Matty V, this big ballpark in the Bronx has that short porch in right field, D-Roll. But you can hit the ball out of just about any part of this ballpark.
Yeah, this place plays sneaky small. I know it's got big gaps, but right field is so juicy. As a right-handed hitter, you don't feel like you have to cheat. Not surprised by what we saw today.
He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. Swing, and this is also hit well out to deep center. Circling under it is Lofton, and he takes care of it for out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman.
So now here is Tino Martinez. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Now the 1-0.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
2 balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman.
2-1.
Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
To the plate now, Darryl Strawberry. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. 4 runs here in this half inning. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Foster is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. But one more look at the big blow in the inning for the Yankees. A grand slam home run. We'll march on to the 8th. The Yankees lead this one 17-0. At the plate now is Bryce Harper. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch on the way. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Strawberry has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Now batting.
And now here is Francisco Lindor. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. In the air down the line in left. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. And it's fouled away. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Francisco Lindor.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to lead the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Francisco Lindor goes down for out number 2 in the top half. J.D. Davis is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. This is hit high and deep out to left. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Down in order go the Mets. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And standing in is the DH, Cecil Fielder.
The designated hitter, Cecil Fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Fouled off. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Right on the corner, 2-2. Now here's the pitch.
Count.
There's a line drive base hit to left field. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, Alfonso.
The next batter is Alfonso Soriano, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. McNeil's got it for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
First pitch on its way. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Soriano, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Now a throw over to first, and the run standing. The 1-1 home is taken high above the zone.
I got 2-1 to count.
Count even at 2-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. Now at the plate, Jorge Posada, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Runner on first with 2 away. And Posada can't make contact with that. He's behind 2 strikes. Now here's a swing by Posada, and this ball's driven well out to deep right. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 2-run shot for Jorge Posada. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider.
Well, he's as hot as anybody in the game right now, hitting a homer yesterday and 2 more today. They need to rethink whatever strategy they're using to pitch to him because he's killing them.
Dylan Betances comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. At the plate now, Derek Jeter, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Foster will put it away, and the side is retired. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Metropolitans. The Yankees lead it 19-0. So here's Jeff McNeil starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. This is popped up. Tremmel trying to get there, and no one will get this one. Here comes the 1-2.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Now batting, catcher, James McCann.
And now James McCann. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. First pitch on the way. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking stuff, you have to find a way to control the strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
Fouled away. The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Kenny Lofton. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he will make the catch with ease. And the Yankees have earned a sweep here in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over. 19-0 the final this afternoon. The New York Yankees took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. David Wells earns the win, his second, as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Joey Lucchesi permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 2 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 47,309.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the Stros hit 3 long balls as they took down the Red Sox on the road 3-2. The Tampa Bay Rays combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the visiting Orioles 8-0. Will Myers drove in 3 as the A's took care of the Blue Jays 5-3. The White Sox completed a 3-game series sweep as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 9-7. The Angels right fielder, number 9, was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Angels got the win against the Mariners 12-8. He is among the American League leaders in home runs. The Pirates allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 4-0. The Arizona Diamondbacks put up 16 hits on the day as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 10-9. The Milwaukee Brewers combined to give up just 5 hits as they manhandled the Marlins 12-2. The San Francisco Giants only allowed 2 hits in the game as they made short work of the Padres 6-0. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.